Look, man, don't be that. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Here at the gym. 12 noon every day. 19th day straight. I got permission from the front desk. As long as I don't have anybody else in the shack, we good to go. So I'm taking up the whole screen, so we good. When we do the walking and jogging, I hold the phone down to the floor. Well, 1176, I missed you too live and I apologize. Because you're gonna go on live, I'm getting ready to come here. But I did listen to him. You know, in the bathroom, you know, shaving my head, shaving my face, showering, you know, lotioning up. I was listening to you. Matter of fact, you bailed on me. I just stepped into the shower when you bailed on me. You stopped the live. I had to listen to somebody else while I was in the shower. Then I came back out. The nerd turd, Kenneth Bird was on. This man keep whining about what he gonna do to somebody. Just do it. You know what I mean? When somebody keep trying to intimidate you, after a while they don't do anything, you don't care. After a while you really don't care. We haven't done a live stream. I don't know how long, but I'm done. So we'll see if we get any views. But we just wanted to do something different. Yesterday we shot a video, and it took them. It was 2 hours and 23 minutes. That's how long I was on the bike. 2 hours and 23 minutes, and the video took so long, but the minute I got in the house at 5 o'clock, I uploaded the video. The minute I got in the house, I uploaded the video. That video wasn't ready. That video wasn't ready until 11 o'clock this morning. I started another video. I re-uploaded it. And they both got done at the same time. And I started that one at like 11 o'clock at night. So you tell me what happened. I don't know. But we stayed at 73% for like 3 hours. I went to sleep. I woke up. He was at 93% for an hour and a half. We was at 99%. For a whole hour. I don't know what's going on. But the other one caught up. So, that's crazy. So anyway, I was listening to Crow Talk, and it's really kind of sad that we know that Kenneth Bird is living in a school. And it's not fair to the students of that school. You know, it's a school for people that got talent, you know, that can make arts and crafts, or that can make music, or that can paint. You know, people that have talent with their hands. They pay money to come there and use their talent to be productive, to hone their skills. It's a school. They come in there to learn. And he's there with a lot of kids, a lot of college kids. Might be some adults there, but they go there to train. But these people have lives. They have apartments or dorm rooms. Kenneth Bird is living there. This loser boy is living there. Okay? And coming on YouTube talking about what he gonna do, he got $1 million contracts. He ain't even got a place to live. He hiding out in the school. And the only reason he getting away with it is because they have 24 access, 24-hour access. So Kenneth Bird can wait for everybody to go home and sneak in. That's the only reason he's getting away with it. And you heard him say in the past couple of lives that he's looking for another place. He wanted to buy land. He ain't been there 2 months looking for another place already. Come on. He ain't been there 2 months looking for another place already. And lying, talking about he gonna find some acres, he gonna build a well. Really? You think we stupid? You looking for another place to crash at. Remember now, this man lived in an office building. Our calls and emails to the office building made the people actually look. I actually called and talked to the landlord. The landlord, Kenneth Bird, got to him first. He wasn't trying to hear nothing. He literally wasn't trying to hear nothing I had to say. I posted it, but I wasn't, because I was about to cut that landlord out. And I remember I was recording, so I stayed, But he was so glad that somebody took that little hole in the basement. He didn't care what Kenneth Bird did down there. But we kept the pressure on. And he probably went in there and saw all that crap in there. And told Ken to get out. Now, for those of you who say, how you know he got evicted? Well, it ain't common sense. He moved there in September. His lease will be up in September. He left there 2 months ago. His lease wasn't up to September. So either he jumped the lease or they threw him out. Take your pick. What's more likely? It's more likely that he jumped the lease. It's more likely. It is. It's more likely that he jumped the lease. You know he'll lose. He keeps talking about how he's going to sue everybody. He's going to sue you for doing a review on his paint. He's going to sue you for millions of dollars. Then it's thousands of dollars. Now he's talking about Mr. McAfee is only getting sued for $10,000 and can make payments. How do you go from millions of dollars to thousands of dollars to now $10,000? He swears that he got Crow, but Crow is still walking around. Crow got a nice car. Crow got a wife and kid. What's Kenneth Bird have? He living in a studio school. Let's imagine you were going to school in a classroom, and imagine the bell rang and everybody went home, and Kenneth Bird was in your class, and he went to the janitor closet and lived there. That's what he's doing. He's in the smallest, cheapest place they got is room. And I showed you a picture of it on my channel. That's where he living at. It's not even big enough for him to do his demonstrations on a paint. That's how small it is. He's afraid to do a demonstration from there because then the people will know that he living there. But he's going to make a mistake. And we're going to nail him. He's going to make a mistake, and we're going to nail him. This man got to always get over. He's a grown man. He's literally a grown man. Ain't you embarrassed, Kenneth Bird? And you keep talking about what you're going to do to Mr. Williams. I'm not Mr. Williams, you idiot. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not Mr. Williams. You ain't got no money, but you got to get other people involved. And if they believe you with your flimsy evidence, I'm suing all of you back. You might not have no money. Do you understand? But the post office general master, he got money. The state of Baltimore, the city of Baltimore and the state of Maryland got money. My landlords got money. Public housing got money. I'll sue all y'all asses. You got no proof tying me. None. None. I'm going to clean your clock. It's more fun to make fun of you every day than watch you struggle. That's the only reason why I haven't filed anything on you yet. It ain't hard to do. Unlike you, I know how to manage my money. I can afford to go to court. Can you? Hello? As soon as you get some money, you burn it. You can't wait for Wednesday. Your little dick getting hard waiting on Wednesday, ain't it? You ain't got no money. Still eating tater chips, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you sorry bastard. Ain't you ashamed? I'm asking you, ain't you ashamed? You're a grown man. You'll be 58 this year. 58. And you got nothing. You wear the same 3 outfits every day. I still got 7 shirts I haven't even wore yet. I got coats coming on Monday. We stopped wearing the Ravens and the Oreo exclusively. I only wear them to the gym now. So we going Nike, Adidas, Puma. Can't find too much Champion. And U.S. Polo Association. I'm waiting on my Puma and U.S. Association coat to get here. Oh, and Reebok. Our Reebok jacket came yesterday. We got our Nike jacket. We got our Adidas jacket. But see, I accessorize. I go all the way down. Hat, shirt, socks, shoes. We just accessorize all the way down. So I gotta have everything. What about you, Kenny? Do you even have a brand name on? Don't you quote come from the Goodwill? Or Salvation Army? Which one is it? What do they have in Allentown? The Goodwill or the Salvation Army? Where you can walk to. But you can't afford no Uber. But we know you ain't got no way to get around. You a loser. It only cost me $3. And they come to my door and pick me up and take me where I got to go. What about you, loser boy? What about you, loser boy? You a loser. And you know you a loser. And you proud to be a loser. That's what makes you suck. Because you proud and excited to be a loser. Got a problem? What you gonna do about it, punk? Yeah, going to the Baltimore City detective. Go ahead. I've already contacted the Baltimore City Police and had somebody come out. They know you a retard. The people in my leasing office, they know you a retard. They know you a joke. The people at the funeral home you keep talking about, I called them and let them know you was a retard. So you keep threatening the minister, but you're looking for Mr. Williams. They're 2 different people. I don't make time like I tell you that. But you need me to be Mr. Williams. My videos have hurt your company. Yes, they have. We reached 250,000 people. Whether it's the same people that watch, it can't in 250,000. But I know 250,000 people over the past 3 years know not to buy your paint. I don't know how many Crow reached, probably the same amount. Don't know about the guy next door. Don't know about Roger and the other guys. Alejandro. I love saying that. Alejandro. I don't know. But we all phase together like Voltron. And your company is dead in the water. You ain't selling no paint. You ain't had a sale since the middle of November of 2025. And you only had 4 sales. You actually had 6. 2 of them got their money back. So you only got 4. 4 to the guy next door. You got 4 sales in 2024, and you got 2 in the month of November. That's why you a loser. So you keep saying, they're attacking my company. What company? In order to have a company, you got to have sales. Where your sales at? You ain't had a sale since November 2025. We in 2026. So, and I know you're not going to try and make paint in that school studio if you did get a sale. What if you make a mistake and spill something? What if you mess that carpet up? If they even gave you carpet, that little cellar room you got. Huh? Where's Taco the cat at? How is he hiding in that room 24/7? Don't nobody him meowing? Nobody don't smell him? Because I know you keep back kitty litter. So how are you keeping the room from funking up? I'm asking the question. See, this is why you hate the minister. But the minister knows you. Crow and them are not on our level. They're above our level. I'm down in the bottom with you. Only difference is I try, you don't. That's why I can get inside your mind. Because I know. This is why I say, I know I'm a loser, but you are a LaHoosier. That means a loser look at you and go, damn, man, get your game up. You a LaHoosier. Now go ahead and tell YouTube I'm talking about you. You threatening me. I'm not Mr. Williams. But yeah, YouTube allow you to come on here and call me all kinds of names. Can you explain to me? See, I already killed your argument. Mr. Williams sent me 3 letters. And 2 of them, one is dated April the 8th, one is dated April the 9th. From Tennessee, baby. Tennessee. I was involved in a bus accident in front of the building on the 10th at 11:30. So explain to me, how the hell was I in Tennessee on the 8th and the 9th? And back in Baltimore to get on the bus at 11:30 in the morning. I ain't got no car. They won't let me drive. I ain't got no airplane. Why would I spend hundreds of dollars on a train to go send you a postcard, to go send you a gift card? Make that make sense. A Christmas card. Make that make sense. You can't. But you're going to roll with it anyway, can't you? You're going to roll with it anyway. Anybody with common sense is going to know right there, hey, there's no way you can be that person. And then I got the letters that came back to me, but you didn't get all of them, but you keep moving around too much. So some of them letters that came back to me, I got almost as many as you got. I haven't got one in a while, though. But here's the thing, Kenneth Bird. Those letters had different names and addresses on them. And I can show that Mr. Williams got more knowledge and upped his game. And started putting more information on there when I started making videos saying, hey, I don't live here. Hey, that's not me. I can show the timeline. See, that's called evidence. Something you don't understand what evidence is. I'll give you an example about evidence, Kenneth Bird. You say that the minister has came onto your chat, and you say that he's coming there saying that he's a minister. If he's insulting you, why does it matter if he's a minister or not? But show the emails, show the addresses. They ain't none of mine. Because minister is a YouTube name. Minister Brother Derek. And on YouTube, online, yes. I got 4 online ordination. Let me say it right. Ordination. 4 big churches. 1 in Canada, 3 in the United States. I am ordained. If I go get a letter from the courthouse, I can do marriage, yes. I can work as a chaplain at the jail or the hospital, yes. Permission from a pastor, I can preach at a church. Yes, that's what a minister is. A minister means to help. If a little child fall and hurt his knee and go run to his mother, she kissed the boo-boo, put some alcohol on there, put a Band-Aid on it. She's ministering aid. Minister is somebody who teaches, and you say it in a religious sense, somebody who teaches regular people, explains the word of God. Because some people are touched with the ability to look at a verse and understand it. Some people can read it over and over again and never understand the meaning. Those people are not touched. They cannot be ministered. So learn your definition before you bring your mouth. Because you're going to wind up getting hurt. And that's real talk. You're going to wind up getting hurt. You're a loser. You helped me through my workout. We already 21 minutes in almost. And I'm sitting here talking about shoes. So, why did you walk around Allentown going live? And why are you showing old video clips of you at the Roma of India? And how come you keep saying you got all these installations, but the only videos you show are old stuff from the office, from the garage, from the house you ran from, or the Roma of India? Those are the only places. What happened to the Value Salvation Army place? When you there? They put you out real quick, didn't they? They said, "Get the crap out of my damn house." Yeah. They put you out real quick. You're a loser. You keep saying, "I got an installation." Oh, where are they? And see, this is the part that when you hurt yourself, that nobody got to do nothing to you. When you say, "Oh, I can't show what I'm doing. Oh, I can't show where I'm working at. Oh, I can't show where I live." The only reason you know where I live at is because I do mobile live. Now, we haven't done, this is the first mobile live we've done in a month. I've been coming to the gym every day. I got sick from food poisoning. We've been coming to the gym every day. It's my 19th day in a row. In a row. I went from 280. Yesterday, I was 241. I woke up today, I was 243. I don't know how I put on a pound and a half, but whatever. We getting it done. Sugars was at 150. We got them down 98. GMI. 5 years ago, I was 11 something. 90 days ago, I was 6.5. Now I'm 5.7. I'm getting it done. What you doing? I'm getting it done. This stomach is going. You keep talking about you in shape. You ain't in shape because you work out. You in shape because you eat potato chips. Your body can't put no weight on you eating potato chips. Well, I think you retarded. You gotta be a retard. And you say you being stalked, but yet you the one that's stalking the people in my leasing office. You're the one stalking Miss Selena Bird. You're the one that's going to the courthouse and the FBI. You're the stalker, but you got no results. Ain't nobody knocked on my door. You said you sent somebody to Crow House, you ain't sent nobody to my house. Because you know I'm not Mr. Williams. You know I'm not Mr. Williams. And you know the minute you do something that's stupid, I got you. And I'm going to take everything you got. And you get your sister involved, we're going to take everything she got. You get the Marine involved, we're going to take everything he got. Get all your people together so I can clean them out. You ain't got no money. Gotta get it from somewhere. Gotta get it from somewhere. You ain't gonna have no. You ain't got no money. You ain't had a sale since last November. You know you ain't got no money. Where I'm supposed to get Where am I going to get a settlement from? I'm going to spend thousands of dollars to take you to court and get nothing. All you're going to do is run. You're going to run. You're going to be living in the woods, living in somebody's garage, living in a storage unit, walking around with no ID, hoping you don't get stopped by the police. So why would I spend my money on you? You're talking about somebody signed your $1 million contract. You ain't got $1 million. You ain't even got 500. Why would I sign a contract saying I'm gonna pay you $1 million when you can't pay me if I win? Make that make sense. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? I'm listening. How does that make sense, you loser boy? But that's what you are. Why would I sign something saying that if I lose, I pay you $1 million when I know you're going to lose and you ain't got the $1 million to pay me when I win? So what idiot would take that back? Maybe somebody rich. Well, why would I take that risk? You can't pay me the money. Getting money off you is like getting blood from a turnip. So, explain to me, this is how I know that you're a retard. Why would somebody take your challenge? First thing you say, well, if you don't believe what I'm saying the truth, we know what you're saying ain't true. We know what you're saying ain't true. We know you're a loser. You're a bummer, you're a scrub. We know it. And I say it again. You're a loser, you're a bummer, you're a scrub. You got a problem? Do what you got to do. Because the FBI don't care about no YouTube. They don't care about no screen paint. They got serious issues to deal with. I know the police department don't care nothing about no YouTube videos. They don't care nothing about no screen paint. Screen paint is going out. Well, why should they care? They got people out there killing and robbing, and you talking about some screen paint. That's how I know you're a retard. You're the only person. It's done, man. During the pandemic, you were riding high. People were stuck in the house. They needed something to do. So they fooled with you. As soon as the pandemic was over, people went back to the movie theaters. Then came up with better projectors, came out with better screen, and then you went to black. And you cannot produce color and white when you're black at the same time. You can't do it. You either got to take all the color out, and maybe people think they're seeing white, or you take all the color up, and then people say your whites look blue or green. You can't win. You're a loser. 15 years and you still can't deliver. You got nothing to show for. 15 years. Some raggedy old eBay projectors. I only paid $10 for this. Why do you think? See, on our level, you know, I'm satisfied with my two 720p laser projectors. Okay? I'm satisfied with them. But if somebody said, here's a 4K, you think I wouldn't take it? If somebody said, here's a 1080p one, you think I wouldn't take it? But I'm satisfied with 720p. Why? I'm 55 years old. I remember 360. I remember 480. 720p was a mother load when that came. That's a mother load to us. When I watch some of them old wrestling videos, and I be like, man, we used to watch this. You know, 240 was a thing back in the 70s. We were happy to watch that. So 720p to me is the mother load. Now I enjoy having the PC on 1080p, and it'll translate it and it'll bring it down to 720p. The projectors have to bring it down. That's good enough for me. 1080p brought down and 720p looks good. I like to watch my wrestling, my UFC. I'm happy. Okay? But we at the low bottom. People that got money, people that build theater rooms, people that invite people over and say, hey, check out my setup. You think they want a $10 projector? You think they want to say, hey, come on over here, boss. Come on over here. Check out my old Sony VPL. No, they don't. So you keep saying you don't need fancy projectors. The people you trying to reach, they got the moolah. They're going to want the latest and greatest thing. So your slogan of you can use VGA or 720p and our screens will look amazing. The minute one of their friends come over, one of their colleagues, they're going to say, why you got that piece of crap sitting there? Why are we watching this old ancient thing? I thought you said that you had a setup. What the hell is this? And see, the people make fun of me, and I don't mind. I'm satisfied. I got my 100 on the ceiling. I got my 120, 30, whatever size it is on the wall. I'm happy. Both my projectors are laser. They might be 720p, but they're laser. I'm good. You the one talking about match or better. You haven't matched or better any one of my videos. And unlike you, I can show white and black at the same time and have them compete, not on the same screen, because they can't be each other out. They can't be each other out. I have them competing. Something you can't do, bum. You could do it, but you won't. You could do it, but you won't. Because your paint gonna fail every time. All you do is try to turn the lights on and wash out the white. You try to wash out the gray. Then you turn around and use gray. Gray sucks. Now gray, I got a gunmetal. That's gray. Well, you know, I'm using my new silver. That's still gray. Just a different shade of gray. No, it ain't. It's just a different shade of gray. That's like saying, you know, I got purple. I got violet purple. I got light purple. I got exotic purple. It's still the same purple. The screen I use, the Yahoo, it's a black screen, but it's a light black. It's light enough to allow the white and colors to come through and back out of it, and still provide you with that contrast, give you better color, and give you a black level, even with the lights on, even with the sunlight coming in the room. $30. Why somebody gonna give you $400 for your crap when your whites look bluish green? Why somebody gonna give you $400 for your paint when their colors look terrible? And some of the stuff on the image be missing. Be overexposed or be missing. I've been telling you that for years. I was trying to make black work, and I got lucky. Silent Wave 5 gave me a screen, and my search was over. What I asked you to do, Silent Wave 5 gave to me. I asked you to paint me a screen, and you wouldn't do it, and I'm glad you did. And you keep saying that me and Crow work together. Now we do. But in the beginning, I came in on your side. They were beating me up. And you didn't come help me not one time. You tried to scam me for harder. While they were jumping on me, you a loser. And I kept telling you, hey, your paint don't work. You kept ignoring me. So I had to take, you started preaching, talking about Jesus and God is blessing you, and they telling you how to make this paint that don't work. So you're telling me that my Lord and Savior is a bum. My Lord and Savior is a loser. That's what you're saying? Because that's what you are. And you saying that they bless you, and they tell you what to do, and they give you everything, you ain't got nothing. So you saying my Lord and Savior is nothing. You saying Jesus Christ ain't nothing. That's what you saying? That's why I want you off of YouTube. You keep saying that God is crack. Yes, I'm blessed by God. But you can't keep an apartment. You can't pay your bills. You stayed in the garage with no electricity, no running water, no stove. You sat there and had a poop bucket. I still got a picture of that poop bucket. We caught you live. You were so stupid, you went in the poop bucket and put something in there. And didn't have no shame. You had no shame. You know how embarrassing that is? You had no shame. It's sad. But you walking around Allentown, ain't even got a place to broadcast from. You don't even have a place to broadcast from. You don't even have a base right now. You living in that school. I feel sorry for the kids that go to that school. Yeah. I feel sorry for the parents that pay money for their kids to go to that school, and then they got to pay for a dorm room or pay for an apartment for their kids to live in, and you living in there for free. How's that fair? How's that fair? You going around trying to sell this nasty screen paint you know don't work. And the only thing that's keeping you around, that's funding you, is taxpayer money. You're using taxpayer money to cheat the taxpayer. That makes you a loser. I'm sorry. You're a loser. Ain't even good as a loser. You actually using taxpayer money to scam the taxpayers. You're at the bottom of the barrel. But you want to come on here and act like you're a saint. That God blessing you. You got all these blessings. Where are they? You're a bum. And let that marinate. I'm disabled. I'm considered the bottom of the barrel. And I'm telling you, you're a bum. So where are you at? Where are you at, sir? Where are you at? There you go. We starting over. We already did 35 minutes. I'm sitting there talking. I had to restart it. So what you gonna do, Kenny Winnie? All the threats you make. You keep showing paperwork. Show some results. Show an arrest. Show a judgment you won. Show anything. Prove to us that you don't live in that school. Show us where you live. Show us a bed and a room and a bathroom. Show us something. You can't. But you come on here every day making threats. I'm filing all these charges. I'm filing criminal complaints. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Where are the results? You've been doing it for 3 years. Where are the results? You've been going at the Crow for what, 6, 7? Why he ain't locked up? I'm going to get him deported. I got ICE coming to get him. He's still here. He was just live this morning. You're a loser. And you know what's really sad? That we actually spend time talking about you. For what? You're a bum. You, sir, are a bum. I feel sorry for you. I really do. But I don't, because you deserve it. And I'm glad, I shouldn't say this, but it's good that your mother died. Because she's finally at peace. Because worrying about you when she was still living, she could never be at peace. Worrying about when somebody going to come up and hurt you for cheating them out that screen paint. Worrying when the landlord going to come hurt you for skipping on the rent again. Have you paid T-Mobile yet? Have you paid Earthlink? Have you paid Metro? Now you with Cricket. Cricket is the bottom of the barrel. But you with Cricket. I don't know what Cricket is in Allentown, but here in Baltimore, it's the bottom of When you go in the cricket store, they got armed security guards. That's how rough it is. You got cricket, you ain't jack. You at the bottom. They got armed security guards. That's how rough it getting there. They actually had to have armed security guards. And you bragging. Yeah, I got cricket. Yeah. You bragging about it. But what happened to the T-Mobile? Oh, you lost that. What happened to the Earthlink? You lost that. But you bragging about cricket. Now, I can't speak for the suburban areas, but I know in the hood, you go in a cricket store, there's an armed guard waiting for you. Gun on the hip. A phone store, not a bank. Let that marinate. Hey, what's going on, Crow? You said, he faked the move. He's still on that office. Oh, yeah. You think he faked the move? He's still in the office? I saw earlier you had the screenshot. So you think he's still in the office? Well, why he not doing demonstrations? I mean, he's not doing nothing right now. All he's doing is making them shorts and then walking around crying. He's not making no money. So you think he's still in the office? He said, I sent you the paperwork, you failed, and they showed the address. He didn't send the paperwork on me. I'm not Mr. Williams. That paperwork he sent was not addressed to me. I'm not Mr. Williams. And the fact that he ain't figured out, it's been 2 years, and he ain't figured out that I ain't Mr. Williams, or it don't fit his narrative that I'm not Mr. Williams. Either he retarded or he not. He said, it's not going anywhere because he committed fraud. It ain't gonna go anywhere because I ain't Mr. Williams. And it takes me seconds to prove it. He talking about that postcard. In my Google chat, I made a video of, I don't know if it was Roger, I don't know if it was Kevin Rant, I don't know if it was the fake SSEG. One of them guys made a video, and somebody took a screenshot of it and sent it to Ken and me. And it took me a second to show that video. It showed Kenneth Bird dancing and showed me walking and opening my door. And that's a screenshot off of that video. So anybody could have done that. So that's done data. He keep talking about, I'm a fake minister. I got 4 ordinations. They online ordinations, but I got 4 of them that say I'm a minister. And I've only preached online. I never preached in person. So where's the fraud? If I got my ordinations online and I preached online, only on my YouTube channels. Where's the fraud? Kenneth Bird said that I scammed old people. Where are they? Why he ain't produced no names? They ain't showed nobody. He said I scammed people in my building. When I told them that, the people started laughing. And they were like, you don't talk to nobody. You come in and come out. How you had a chance to scam somebody? And here's the thing. Minister is only on the YouTube channel. In real life, I'm not minister. None of my mail says minister. Only the YouTube channel is called minister. That's the only thing. The YouTube channel. Nothing. Even the email for the minister channel doesn't say minister in it. Then on top of that, and I don't know if Mr. Williams is from a different country or not, he might not know about the black community, but in the Baptist church, the lowest rank for a member of that church is to be a brother. Now, I don't know if that's still working in the evangelical, don't know if that working in the Catholic, but in the Baptist church, in the black community, the lowest rank is a brother or sister. Just like in the army, the lowest rank is a private. And there's different levels. You got a regular member, which is a brother or sister. You got the deacon. You got the treasurer. You got the nurses. Then you got the minister, the reverend, and the pastor. Those are your rankings. So, several of them letters say, brother minister. Why would anybody with any common sense call themselves brother minister? Why would they call themselves brother pastor? Why would they call themselves brother reverend? Brother priest? Doesn't make any sense. Why would you take the lowest rank and put that first in your name? You are above that. Why would you put that first? That's common. That's like a general saying, I'm private general master. I'm private sergeant. I'm private corporal. They don't do that. So he got to explain that. He got to prove to my emails. And he got to prove that he got my IP address. He don't. He lie and say he do, he don't. He keep talking about a Facebook page that I made in April of 2022 when I first moved in the building. And I came back to YouTube. I think I made 4 or 5 videos on that channel. Why is he talking about, why he won't show my real videos? Why he won't show my videos on him? Why doesn't he try to debate what I say? He don't have no problem showing your videos, bro. He don't have no problem showing silent videos. Ain't got no problem showing parquet video. Why he won't show my videos and why he won't show the guy next door video? They make his paint look bad and he can't debunk them. That's why he won't show them. That's why he's going way back. Before I even knew what a projector really was, I had no idea. It wasn't until later in 2022 when I was thinking about getting a big TV because the setup I had before, I was closer to the TV. You understand what I'm saying? When I moved there, the TV was on the other end, way down yonder. That 32-inch TV was too small. I was going to go ahead and kick out the money for, a 98-inch. I was going to kick it out. I was checking Best Buy every day, saying that they had any returns, that they had a good deal. And a follower said, hey, why don't you get a projector? And that's how I got into projection. And Crow, I didn't meet you till I came in Kenneth Bird chat. Remember, I came in thinking Kenneth Bird was cool, was the man. He told me about the office projectors, that they just as good as the home theater projectors. That's how I came in. I didn't know nothing. Everything I learned trial and error. I learned from you and Sound. Because see, even when we were going to war with each other, unlike Kenneth Bird, I don't just listen for key points. I listen to everything. You were talking about the detail, the shadows, the whites. I listen. Kenneth Bird don't listen. He just wants you to buy his paint. He ain't interested in those details. I noticed that some images on black are oversaturated, or they don't show up at all. I learned through trial and error. That's why I can talk trash, because I've been there. Y'all were making fun of me when I was going to Walmart and buying all them different black cloths. And I was buying, all different things. Y'all were making fun of me. I was learning. Like I say, I got lucky. Silent Way 5 gave me, I was able to match Kenneth Bird, but I wasn't able to beat Kenneth Bird. So Silent gave me the young dude. I wasn't able to beat it. I could match it. I still have that bed sheet up on the wall. It's under the young dude that matched Kenneth Bird's paint. Because I was going to tell Silent to cancel the order for the young dude. I had matched his paint. I was done. He said match or better, and I matched it. I was done. But it already shipped, so I got the young dude, put that up there. That young dude that came down. We going on 3 years now. That young dude still up there. But Kenneth Bird is in his, what, 100 paint? But he got like 400 paints. He got different paint every week. Yeah, I got the new SCG. I got the LRE. I got the Mommy. Kenneth Bird got a different paint every week. Crow says, yeah, Kenneth doesn't have any proof of any crime committed against him. He just have him and take when we review his mud. I don't understand why he thinks the police care about screen paint. Especially when he ain't got no sales. Let that marinate for a second. I can understand if it was McDonald's, if it was Ford, they have sales. If it was Tesla, and you were talking about their products, yeah. They make money. They can get high-powered attorneys to come get you. Kenneth Bird is looking for pro bono attorneys. Pro bono. This is what he don't realize. The reason why I have the number to the bar on the bed, because Kenneth Bird, if he lucky enough to find a pro bono attorney, when I go and show the evidence that I have, it's going to be easy for me to get a pro bono attorney. This is what he don't realize. He think that he just got evidence. See, the difference, and that's why I say we are like Voltron. We all form a different way. You make fun of his paint, Crow. You make videos making fun of Ken and his paint. The guy next door makes videos showing facts and logistics. And every once in a while, he'll do a comparison. I make videos where I tell you point blank range to your face. I don't care how dumb you are. You can look at it and say, hey, look at this and look at that. You tell me. Look at this and look at that. And you tell me. All of us together form like Voltron. And Kenneth Bird ain't had no sales since November. And that's why he mad. He can't scam. He's done. Crow says, I don't make fun of his pain. I expose the mess. That what he says it does. It doesn't do it, so I review it, and it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Yeah, but you be having a lot of stuff where, you show him looking retarded and show him looking crazy, and that's what gets him mad. But you notice he don't show those either. But he'll sit there and show you in the videos with the Gray 77, whatever. He loved to show those videos. Look at that matching our paint. And I'm like, man, wasn't that like 6 years ago? What are you doing right now? At least 6 years ago, he made money. He ain't making nothing now. Crow says, yeah, I do that because he doesn't stop lying about us. He doesn't get the facts straight. He just makes up stuff. Yeah, he does make up lies. Yes, he does. He makes up the lies to fit his narrative. Crow said, he been posting videos of my mix from 8 years ago. I don't even mix no more. Yeah, that's because with the lights on, Black shows up better than the gray dude with the lights on. And he been riding that. He was riding it. That's why he was so glad when he could show that the Sirius C was actually gray. It made his little dick so hard. Yeah, I got you, boss. Hey, this ain't black. It's gray. Yeah, you can't do black. Well, Kenneth Bird, you ain't had a sale since November. So what good is it doing you? For those of y'all keeping score, we already did 35 minutes, and now we 17:25 into the next 35. We still on the bike. I make sure I don't show nobody. Keep it from on. Y'all can see we are still going. When anybody think I'm just BSing, we are still going, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it said to rotate the screen. I hope y'all can see that. It said to rotate the screen. I tried to show you that we on the bike still going. Yesterday we did 143 minutes. Y'all think we can do it again? Crow says he keeps calling you Mr. Williams and making up lies that he knows are not true, but he is expecting them to stick to blame you and sue you for money. What money? I ain't got no money. I'm a step above Kenneth Bird. Only difference is I know how to manage my money. Kenneth Bird don't know how to manage. As soon as you get something, it's gone. I know how to manage my money. I don't know if you noticed. Ever since I stopped just looking for Ravens and Oreo stuff, look at how nice I'm dressing. And it keeps me busy. Because you know how I accessorize. So I got to have a hat, I got to have a shirt, I got to have the socks, I got to have the shoes. He says he wants your projectors so he can give them away to another restaurant. I don't understand why he don't get. You know, I had saved some money up, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. And I looked on eBay for the 4K projectors. But then I looked, and I still got 2 years on both projectors. I mean, why? What would I do with the other 2 projectors? Throw them away? So I was like, I just wait until they just use them up. I just couldn't justify, spending $500 a piece on 2 4K projectors when ain't nothing wrong with the 2 I got. And I still got 2 years on them. And I run them 24/7, except when I'm not in the house. Like right now, they off, resting. As soon as I get in the house, they come right on and they stay on until I leave. And they ain't never had no overheating. They don't get hot. It's like it's hard to justify, it's like having a comfortable pair of slippers and somebody say, well, you need to buy some new ones. Like, but I like these. These are all right. Like, no, you got to upgrade now. They came out with the new version. Well, I like these. Crow says, yeah, don't spend money if your projectors are still working. And I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they go out. I mean, they're both working. I remember it was one of the Procasters. I can't remember his name, but I remember he came into the chat and he said, I know that room is on fire. You got 2 projectors going? Hell no. Laser projectors don't give off no heat. Seriously. That's why I said Kenneth Bird would step his game up. I mean, with shipping, we paid $200 for the one that's on the wall we're looking at, and the one that's on the ceiling, I paid $50 for $30 shipping. Because you remember, I took the 725 outside, the Epson 725. We took that outside, and when I brought it back in, it wouldn't work. But we did a demonstration outside, I brought it back in, it didn't work. So I had to hurry up and buy another one. So I bought the Panasonic. I talked the guy down to $50. There's so many of them online. I Kenneth Bird don't get one. All you gotta do is talk to people down. It just doesn't. Crow said, well, we're just going to have to wait 30, 60 days. Let's see who gets a letter from the court, you or me. But you know that I was advised that we could video call the court that way. Hey, Crow, if he can somehow get me to go, I don't know how, I'm not Mr. Williams. That's the first problem. But if he can get me to show up at the courthouse, when I get off the airplane, they're not looking, I'm not Mr. Williams. Why would they grab me? I'm not Mr. Williams. Why would they grab me? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm not Williams. Y'all know my last name is not Williams. So why am I worried? And I'm a first. I ain't the third. So that's the first thing. So I can go downtown and laugh in his face. I'm going to call the police. Please come on in. That's Mr. Williams right there. I'm like, no, sir, that's not Mr. Williams. What'd you call us for? Crow says, exactly, I'm an American. I wasn't born in Mexico, but for some reason he keeps telling people that he knows the address is in Mexico. I went to school in Mexico. You have to understand, Ken is trying to feed a narrative. The man ain't got nothing. He's 58 years old this year. He got nothing. It's embarrassing. You know, he said something about you that I'm going through. He said, you've been in that apartment so long, I know you running out of room. Oh, man, we lost the earbud. It's way down there. And, you know, I'm not even concerned, but yeah, I got to throw I might go to Goodwill. I got to throw a lot of clothes away. I got too many clothes. They piling up. By me leaving everybody alone, all my money is free. And I'm just spending it on clothes. And I enjoy. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm messing around with people, the money flowing. Not going to the restaurants. Money piling up. Now, it's not what y'all making, but when you used to not having much, you can stretch it. And that's what I'm doing. Like I say, instead of going to a restaurant, I go to the gym. This is our 19th day in a row. 19th. Crow says, wow, 58 years old, that's crazy. And what about the parent? I'm serious, he doesn't know the way I live. Nobody does. So his narrative of saying that I'm running out of room, it's a lie. He can't live with me. Kenneth Bird is jealous. The reason why he tried to get me put out is because he's jealous. Kenneth Bird would love to live where I live. But Kenneth Bird can't follow no rules. I don't think Kenneth Bird can stay in a homeless shelter. He can't follow no rules. He got to do what he want to do all the time. I know everything. Seriously. And the thing is, why is he worried about where you live? Why is he worried about Silent in his little backyard? Why is he worried about Partey and his big yard with the pool? Yeah, I'm gonna knock his house down, and I'm gonna let the homeless live there. The homeless are gonna be living there. I'm gonna let them live there for free. Right? Kenneth Bird can't get a house for himself. I used to have a house. I used to rent one. Where is it? Didn't you tear it up and run? Yeah, I used to have an apartment. Didn't you tear it up and run? I used to live in a garage. Didn't you tear it up and run? I know that garage smelled like pure dookie. That landlord must have came there and said, oh my God, what did you here? He got poop buckets laying all around. Oh, yeah. Bro says he shouldn't be talking. He can't even stay in one place for more in a year, he's still on that office, and he can't even hold it down. Okay, you know what, Crow? That's why he's not doing no live streams. Because he's still in the office. Well, I'm very happy that he's not exploiting that school. I'm very happy that them kids don't have to go there and smell them. I'm happy about that. I'm glad he's still in the office. But he can't live stream from there because then we would know he's still in the office. That's a better scenario. That's a better scenario that he's still in the office rather than, I feel a little bit better about that because it's not fair to them kids. They got to sit there and smell him. Every day, like, goddamn, they're trying to paint. What the hell is that smell? Ooh, probably something died. So, Kenneth Bird, you keep walking around Allentown. You ain't never driving around, ain't never riding around. You just walking around. You can't even afford an Uber. Crow says he shouldn't be talking. Oh, we already read that. So, like I said, what are we going to do with the idiot? I mean, like, what are we going to do with the idiot? I'm waiting for somebody to walk by because one of my earbuds fell out. And I don't want to get off the bike because it's going to mess me up. But it's a daggone shame that this grown man is ashamed for you know where he lives. A man that's going to be 58 this year is ashamed. He's supposed to be a grandpa. He's supposed to be an example to the young people. And he's scared for you know where he lives. You know how embarrassing that is? Excuse me, but can you do me a favor? Could you get my earbud right there? The earbud. See it?
Oh, I see. I was like, what?
Yeah, it popped out. Thank you, dear. If I stop pelling, it's going to mess me up on the timer. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let that marinate for a second. He keep talking about he got all these nieces and nephews. Kenneth Bird don't buy nobody no gifts. Kenneth Bird need a gift. Kenneth Bird don't bring nothing to Thanksgiving dinner. Kenneth Bird had to take. Crow said, yeah, it's so easy to get a job, especially him that walks all over Allentown, Walmart, and be a greeter. But he decided to play this victim game. Well, Crow, I know you don't agree, but my cardiologist and general doctor don't want me to work. They want me to see whether or not I get this heart transplant first. But when I was going to, we used to go to the Golden Ring Walmart. Y'all used to see me talk to the guy in the power chair. He looked like Santa Claus. He ain't there no more, but he told me that he would help me get in there. But I couldn't get the approval from the doctors. Just like, I want to get my license. They don't want me to get my license. Because they think that I could cause a 10-car pileup. But the problem is, the heart will put me to sleep. And if I get worked up, the heart will stop. I drop dead. And it's not many jobs that don't have no stress. And the Lord knows if I'm on the road driving and somebody cut me off and I flip them up, get to an argument, I might be cussing them out and drop dead while I'm cussing them out. So that's the reason why they won't let me. But that don't mean I should lay down and just die. Because I could have done that back in 2015 when the doctor walked in there and said, you got double coronary heart failure, you got high blood pressure, you got diabetes, you your sugar level is like 400. I'd be surprised if you make it to 16. We about to go into 27, baby. So I consider every day to be a blessing. And don't complain about nothing. Every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. Even a bad day, I was here to see it. Cole says his sister is only a year younger than him. He lies that she had children. She's old. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. How can a bird say that his sister got kids in the house and then he switched and said in the building? But let that marinate for a second. People that be in wrestling, that be in the MMA, people that play volleyball, they be in their trunks, right? Men can walk around with no shirt on, right? So there's nothing wrong with that picture other than, I was fatter. I look a hot mess, right? That's going to be another problem, Crow. Why would I send, if I'm trying to seduce Kenneth Bird, why would I send that picture? That picture looked a mess. And I don't know what Mr. Williams did to it, but he had slits in my head and in my chest and in my stomach. I mean, it looked a hot mess. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But if you're trying to seduce somebody, wouldn't you send your best picture? But then he got to explain how he says that Mr. Williams wants to have sex with him, but now Mr. Williams wants to have sex with kids. But now you got to protect the men, women, and kids around Mr. Williams. Is there a human being that could be all three? No, all four. Actually, all six, because you would have to want to be with an adult man. You want to be with an adult woman. You want to be with, and you're going to be with a kid. Yeah, that's 5. How is that possible? That's why I say I think Kenneth Bird retarded. Crow says, all right, brother, keep working. I got to go to work. I'll see you later. All right. We got 22 seconds left. We coming down. Here, I'll show you all the countdown. Y'all can see it. We coming down on the second 35. I'm trying to think if I'm going to go for another 35. 3, 2, 1. Y'all can see, we did it 35 minutes. So, should we keep going? Should we keep going, y'all? Cause like I said, we ain't been live in over a month, so it's been longer than that. I haven't been in a power chair in like 11 weeks? We've been on foot. See, the kid carried the phone. They carried the 360 camera too. It carried both of them. You understand what I'm saying? It carried both of them. I mean, we got to press go. Oh, no, we good. All right, there you go. We're going into our third one. We already did 70 minutes. Now we're going for the 105. We already did 70. Going for the 105 now. I like this machine because it allows me to move my legs and to get the cardio, but without standing. So the body doesn't have to carry all the weight. And so even my weak heart can stay at this pace. Now, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have lasted 30 seconds on this bike. But like I said, changes in diet, And the medicine. Don't never leave the medicine out of it. The medicine. The power of the Holy Spirit. And exercise. Like I said, a lot of people think, I just come here and be BSing or whatever. No. That's why the weight coming off. And like I say, the body keeps trying to put the weight back. It's really trying. Now, unlike Kenneth Bird, I don't care if anybody watches or not. I do live streams to show where I am. I do videos to show where I am. So when somebody say you was here, what day, what time? Let me go to my channel and pull it up. I tell you where I was. I can tell you exactly where I was. Yeah. How was I in Wisconsin mailing Kenneth Bird a letter at 3 p.m. when 3 p.m. I was at the gym? Oh, that's another thing Kenneth Bird got to worry about. Oh, yeah. Even though we haven't done it in the past 10 weeks or so, every time we came out the house, we were live. Now, the little camera that I got, I like it because I can put it on the speaker and nobody knows it's there. Just like when I was in the power chair, I can have the cameras on the chair, nobody knew it was there. I can prove where I was, what I was doing. So even, I don't think we have the 15th. It's certain days that we skip. So somebody would have to go to the channel and find the days that we skip. And then say, hey, on that day you were doing this. That'd be the only way. That'd be the only way, ladies and gentlemen, for somebody to actually figure that out. That's no problem you got, Kenneth Bird. I can literally prove where I was and what I was doing. So you can't say I was in Tennessee when I was in Baltimore. You can't say I was in Minnesota when I was in Baltimore. You can't say I was in Minneapolis when I was in Baltimore. You can't say I was in Wisconsin. Excuse me. You can't say I was in Wisconsin when I can say I was in Baltimore. You can't. Can't say I was in South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi. When I can show you videos that I was right here in Baltimore. Another problem you got, sir. That's why I say I want you to make a move. But I want you to bring the cavalry. So we can sue. I can't get no money out of you. I can't get no money out of you, Kenny. Can't get no money out of you. You ain't got no money. You understand? You don't have any money. You don't have any money. You understand that, Ken? I can't sue you for nothing. It's more fun to make fun of you and watch you come on YouTube and cry like a little biatch. It's very rewarding because, see, you're part of the reason why I'm doing so well. But just like I told you, I understand you better than anybody. You know why? Because I'm a loser just like you is. The only difference is I try. I see you and say, damn, I can't be seen like that. I got to do better. And it makes me come out here and do better. That's how you help me. So you help me, Ken. You don't hurt me. You help me. That's why I don't lay around and make excuses, and I get out here and do what I can do. A lot of people say, yeah, he went to the gym one time. We got sick from that food poisoning. We were down for a week. It happened on a Tuesday night, and I was back the following Tuesday at the gym. And we've been here every day since. 19 in a row. What about you, Kenny? You can't even do 19 live streams in a row. Can you? Loser. That's why I say thank you Thank you, Kenneth Bird. I thank you. Because knowing that I could be you motivates me to keep moving. I could be you. It would be nice, because I miss my Lexus. It'd be nice to have my Lex back. It would. It'd be nice to have my apartment that let out to a stream. It would be nice. But you know what? Considering how low we sunk, I'm stable. And being stable is what you want. You want to be stable. But don't get comfortable. So I don't have to worry about paying rent. I can pay rent almost 4 times in 1 month. That's not a problem. I have to worry about AC. I have to worry about electricity. I don't have to worry about heat. My apartment is handicap accessible. So as I get older, things are already there to help me get by. I got nothing to complain about. I got nothing to complain about. But Kenneth Bird, you can't even keep a place. You living in an office. People come there and work and they pay for that office. They pay their employees. And they have to go home to their own house. They paying rent. And you living in there. Funking the building up. Sneaking in the bathroom, washing your underarms and your balls. I ain't gonna say, you're behind crack. And then customers and employees coming in, woo, what does that smell? Woo. You're a nasty buzzard. You got a problem? What you gonna do about a punk? You ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody scared of you. Nobody's scared of you and your ghetto punk food. I got a sensei. I got some ghetto kung fu for you. You loser. Kenneth Bird really think somebody scared of him. Talking about he wanna meet outside the courthouse. You got a problem, come see me. I don't know, with the pacemaker and 2 stents in my heart, I don't know if I can fly. But it's only 2.5 hours away. You know? Can you afford the Uber? No, you can't. I can. Can you afford the Uber to come to Baltimore? I can afford the Uber to go to, what you come? I'll come see you right now. I literally could come see you right now, Kenneth Bird. Nothing. Why can't you do it? If I wanted to come to Pennsylvania, I could come right now. I literally make 1 phone call and come right now. Why can't you do it? Because you're a loser, that's why. All that talk you do, if I wanted to file charges on you, I got the money to do it. Do you have the money? You still waiting on Wednesday. It's the end of the month. I'm wearing new clothes. What about you? I actually found some people. I found a deal online. Let me get the phone here to my back pocket. I found it. I told you this yesterday. If you watched the video, probably didn't. But let me show you how smart I am. Unlike you, Kenneth Bird. Now, these are going to be my next shoes. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until Wednesday. I might order them tomorrow when I come home. We'll see. We'll see. But let me show y'all something. Now remember the shoe I just showed you, right? I just got a refund last night for these 4 pairs of U.S. Polo Polo Association shoes for $39. I knew that was a lie. I knew it was a scam. Remember, that's May 14th. What's the date? 30th? What's the date? 29th, 30th? So I just got the refund form, but I figured it was a scam, but it worked the risk. Because, money back was guaranteed. eBay guaranteed the money back, so I took a chance. If you can get 4 pairs of shoes, you know what I'm saying? And I talked them down to $30. With the shipping and the tax, it was $39.18. Y'all see it right there, $39.18. So, when they didn't ship, but see, there's the socks. Different colors, you can see. So, I ordered these as a backup. I ordered these as a backup. I'm wearing them today. I like them. The only thing I don't like is that the whites won't stay clean. I hate white bottom shoes. The white bottoms won't stay clean. But I like the red and the black. I like that. But the bottoms, even with shoe polish, they will not stay clean. They'll look good when you do it, but then when you come on and start walking around, you know what I mean? But I like the shoe, and I can't find no other ones that's like these. But the ones that they offered, hold on. Ain't that? Now to me, these ain't as pretty. And these not as pretty as the red and black. You know what I'm saying? But, they offering a pretty good deal on them. But they not as pretty. I like the red and black. To be honest with you. These are okay, and I like that the bottoms are gray instead of being white. So I don't know. I might get them tomorrow. How much they asking? They only asking $23.99. Free shipping, so that's not bad. They brand new. Oh, that's not bad. But see, Ken, it will be easier to just go ahead and order them. But if I like the ones I bought as a backup, because I told you that order was probably a scam, so I ordered one as a backup. But I like the backup. I just don't like the white bottoms. Now, I ordered some shoe polish coming Monday. If that works, I'll keep the shoes. If it don't work, then I'll buy the new ones with the gray bottoms, and then I ain't got to worry about keeping them white. Because you get to a point where, you know what I'm saying, it's not even, you get to a point where it's not even white anymore, you know? But the thing is that I'm smart. Why spend money when you don't have to? If I could spend $6 and it makes them shine bright white and it can last through the day, why buy a whole nother pair of shoes? You would go ahead and buy them anyway, and then you'll have 2 of the same shoes sitting there saying, damn, I got 2 of the same shoes. I gotta spend this money on something else. I could have got me some shirts, or I got me some socks, or I could have got me some hats with this same money. Instead, I'm sitting here with 2 of the same thing. That's why you're a loser. That's why you're a bum and you're a scrub. You're a loser, you're a bum and you're a scrub. Now, I did something because the tension and got really tight. I don't know what I pressed, but I pressed something and the tension is really tight. I don't know what I pressed, but it's harder to pedal now. Good. This is harder to pedal now. I don't know what I did. But we moseying now. It's a little bit harder. Yeah, it's a little harder to pedal now, but it's all good. We doing good. We good. We had 17 out of 35. We on our third. We working on our third 35, which will give us 105 minutes. And like I say, it turned the tension up. So I'm pedaling slower, but we still pedaling. But we are pedaling slower. Yeah, it's more tension. So with these controls, I did something. I don't know what I did. But I'm going to leave it alone. Woo. But yeah, it's little things like that, where you could stretch your dollar, and make it go further. Like I say, I got it in my cart. If I need it, I'll get it. But like I said, if the sheet powers work, then we'll just use that. If the sheet powers work, we'll just use that. Yeah, there's definitely more tension. I'm trying to sweat. I don't even no sweat on the bike. I'm trying to sweat. Wow. Yeah. Hey, y'all, right now my legs is burning. We're going to keep going. I don't know why. Somehow it's more tension. I just burn my legs up trying to pedal faster. All right, y'all, we going on 90. We're at 89 and a half. Couple more minutes on the bike. All right, we got 15 minutes to go. My legs are burning. I have no idea what I did. All right, I figured out what it was. All right. All right, I figured out what it was. I had it on level 20. I ain't that advanced yet. We had to bring it down some. I had it on 20. Now I know what that number stands for. It's a level. I brought it down so I could rest for a minute. So I wonder what kind of bird think if he watching this and all you can talk about being in shape and we don't see you doing anything healthy. You even say it yourself. I'm going to get some sweets, some tater chips, some marshmallows, some Doritos, whatever the dollar store got for $1 in a bag. How that healthy? Seriously, how that healthy? You be eating all that junk. If I get a bag of chips, it's once in a while. Not every day. Not all day. That's not healthy. Everybody knows that's not healthy. Right? Not just me. Everybody knows that's not healthy. You know? So why do you try to convince us that you're doing better, that you are better when, you know, I'm walking to the other side of the bridge and then talk about, yeah, I'm going to get my sweets. Yeah, I'm going to get me a Snickers and well, you can't afford a Snickers right now. And get me a peppermint patty. You can't afford a peppermint patty right now. At the end of the month, you broke. You ain't have no money till Wednesday, you broke bastard. I tell you, I stopped going to the restaurants. Stop messing around with other people. Boy, it's amazing how much money you spend and don't realize you spend it. You just be throwing it away. That's why I'm doing better. You come into the gym every day. Only money I'm spending is on clothes. Matter of fact, we have a doctor's appointment on the 2nd, Tuesday. I'm thinking about going to the mall. I'm thinking about going to the mall. If y'all want to come along. I may go to the mall and do some shopping. Or should I wait till Thursday? Because we got doctor's appointment. See, I like to come to the gym early. In fact, I have to call and find out how much it's going to cost to get out the. I got to go see the cardiologist in a second. I got to find out how much it costs to get out there. I could take mobility, just pay the $220, but then I got to, I would like to tell them to come get me an hour and a half early, and then tell them to come get me an hour later because they probably gonna get me that late anyway. Even with the hour and a half, probably could get that late, so I probably have to stay later. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the user whatever they charge. I'll just pay it. It's only money, and that way the ride coming for me. And then when I'm ready, I call them and tell them I'm ready. And then they send a driver to come get me. And hopefully somebody in the area. You know. All right, y'all. We done 70. Right? 35 and 35 is 70. We on the third 35, right? And we at 25 and a half of the last 35. So technically, we are at 95 and a half minutes. We've been on this bike going non-stop. We're trying to go for 105. I said I was going to take it easy today. Right now, we're just maintaining. I gotta tell you, my legs ain't bothering me. The heart not bothering me. This chair is hurting my hiney. that's what it hurts. I mean, it's tearing my behind up. I keep moving, but it don't help. That's why I lean forward to get the weight off my hiney. And put some of the weight on, on the handles. "97 minutes straight. 97 minutes straight, ladies and gentlemen. Because we did the first 20 minutes on level 20, I'm going to skip the last 35 minutes. I think we did more in that 20 minutes of agony that we can do in another 35 minutes on one. So, my behind is burning up. I didn't watch the wrestling last night, and I think the pay-per-view in Italy is the night. What's today, Saturday? Yeah, I think it's tonight. Yeah, I think it's tonight. Actually, I think it's already happening right now. Now, it's supposed to come on ESPN. The wrestling will be on there, right? I think it's supposed to come on. Oh, yeah, it's 3 o'clock? Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I think they said it's coming on at 3 o'clock. They said the first hour is going to be on ESPN. I'm going to my legal website, so it don't matter. But I got my YouTube TV. I got the sports package. So I was already paying 50-something when I had it with the family. Sports package is 54. So I was already paying 55, 56. And the other shows I don't watch. I just watch the wrestling. They got TBS on there. They got TBS, they got TNT, they got a sports channel. I can watch my Ravens. If I choose to, I can watch the Orioles. So, I mean, that's all I wanted. Oh, and I can watch the AEW Wrestling, the AEW Dynamite. But I got the legal website that I can just go to and watch it with no commercials. I just had to wait for them to put it up. I can watch it live, or wait for them to put it up without commercials. That's why I said the Friday Night SmackDown, I got it DVR'd, but I can go on the legal website, just put it on. I like to wait for it to, that's why I didn't watch it last night, because I hate commercials. And what I normally do is, I'll watch something else the first hour, and then I'll come back, right? And I start from the beginning, and I'll start at the beginning, and then I can fast forward the commercials until I get up. Until the second hour, but then I still gotta sit there and watch the commercials. That's why I'd rather just wait. Let the people record it, take out the commercials, and then I can lay back and I ain't gotta touch nothing and sit there and watch it. Just saying. Now, if it's a match I don't want to watch, like on AEW, oh, Jesus, you had to kill somebody to get a pinfall there. You literally had to kill somebody. I mean, literally. Matches be taking like 25, 30 minutes. You're like, he a bum. You should be taking him in 5 minutes. Why are we still here? There's your finishing move. 1, 2, that's it. Get on the next match. Nope. Gotta hang around another 15 minutes. Somebody who, in the wrestling of my day, these wrestlers wouldn't last 5 minutes. With The Rock, they wouldn't last 5 minutes. With superstar Billy Graham, they wouldn't last 5 minutes. With Stan the Man Hansen, Bruiser Brody, they wouldn't last 5 minutes. They were the last 5 minutes. They going 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes. Like, man, these are bums. These are losers. They supposed to lose. We want to see them get beat up. And it got to be a squash match, but goddamn, give me something. God darn. I'm supposed to get behind you and buy your merchandise and you can't even beat a bum. Tripping. All right, y'all, we going to countdown. We got 3 minutes left. And we'll be at 105 minutes straight. And my behind hurt so bad. Ow, 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 ow. I will go for the 140. My behind hurt. I don't think I can do another 40. I mean, another 35. Now, physically, I couldn't do it. I can't sit on this seat. I don't think I can sit on this seat for another 35 minutes. My behind is hurting. Normally, my legs be bothering me. I think the legs ain't got used to it. But the behind is not comfortable. I had the same thing on the electric bike. That's why we be out riding around and then you would see me get off it and sit on a bench or something, laying on the fence. You know? And it's just that, you know, I'm too heavy. I'm carrying too much weight. Even though we're losing it, it's still too much. Just like when I be throwing my kicks, I had to bring the leg right back down because you can't hold it. That's why I came up with the idea to punch in between. So that way I can bring the leg back down and then get the next one set to go up. All right, we got a minute and a half. So we at 103 and 18. And like I said, I think I can do another 35. All right, 47 seconds. 46, 45. Ain't nobody behind me, right? No. All right. Going to countdown. Y'all see that? We're doing the countdown, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Lord, I got the phone. Well, that's the end. I dropped the phone. Sorry about that, y'all. I dropped the phone, but it's over. And we did it. 105 minutes. I dropped the phone. So funny. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go because I want to go to the bathroom and I can't bring y'all into the locker room. So, I might come back when we take the laps. Sad part is, I want to sit down, but this seat hurt my butt. I guess if you sit on it too long. So what you doing, Kenny, with me? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a couple of laps. Y'all want to take a couple of laps? Even though I go to the bathroom. Let's go ahead and take a lap. Y'all can see we doing them. We're walking. Now considering we did 105 on the bike, I think we moved pretty good. Yeah, sit that on the bench, come on. Keep going. What's going on, buddy?
I tell you, man, people can be shady sometimes.
Well, what happened now?
Huh?
What happened now?
People change when people you know for a long, like take me and you for instance. Let's say this is 26, right? Let's say the year 2036 gets here. And what's your name, by the way?
Derek.
Derek. Okay. Derek.
What's your name?
Derek Henry. No, that's your name, but I'll think of him every time.
I said, what's your name?
Charles.
Charles.
Okay, let's say the year 2036 gets here. All right, we'll walk by each other. I say, hey, Derek. And then you keep walking, don't say nothing. And then I see you another time. What's up, Derek? And you don't say a word to me. In other words, you stop speaking. Or it's vice versa. Let's say it's me. You see me, you say, hey, Charles. So they say, hey, Charles. And I just, people change one year. People you know for a long, you thought you know for a long time.
Well, you got two options. Say, hey, you don't remember me? All the good times we had? Or keep walking and they are cool. Choices.
Yeah.
Hey, your choices. And, it depends on how good a friend they were.
Well, they don't have to be, maybe, they don't, you don't have to have nothing personal going with them, but you speak every time you see each other. And then all of a sudden they just decide, they don't want to speak no more. Or it could be a store that you shop. Let's say you go to Walmart, there's a cashier, named Susie, and, you and her speak all the time. Then, say by the year 2036, hey, Susie, and she just, cash your stuff and give you your bag. And
But see, you don't know what they've been through. They could have been through something tragic. They're like, oh man, I don't feel like calling it a dude. Hey, you don't know. Just don't let it bother you, baby. But when you see them speak and be nice, if they don't stop, hey, have a good one, keep right on going. But don't let it mess your day up.
That's true.
Because they feel in some kind of way, you ain't got to join them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just be cool. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Hey. And they go, you don't remember me, Joe? All right, Joe. Keep right on going. I'm serious. Don't sit there. You gotta sit there and beg somebody to talk to you.
No, that's true.
Too many people in the world.
You got that right.
How long you been?
I just got in.
All right. I did 105 on the bike. And,
I saw you was talking. You was on the bike. You was talking.
Yeah. They said as long as you keep the camera on yourself or keep it at the ground, it's okay.
Right.
You don't have nobody in the shot. So I was live. I still am. This phone hadn't been hanging down. It's the camera right there.
Yeah,
Not that one.
Yeah, I thought you were using a conversation. I can't talk too much. I got a cold. This damn weather is like up and down.
Yeah, a lot of my followers don't believe I come to the gym.
Yeah.
So I asked them, that I record. And there's one guy, he calls it a walk and talk, where he'll sit there and he'll walk around Allentown with the phone showing his feet that he's walking, and he'll be talking and crying and complaining about stuff. And he says, you walking around the gym, it ain't the same as me walking out here in Allentown. And I'm like, you take the same risk, do the same thing. The only difference is, when it's cold outside, you can't go. When it's raining outside, you can't go. I can come walk around this gym every day, no matter what's going on outside. That's what I do. I come out here every day. And I'm proud of myself because I got off the bike and started walking. I didn't sit down. Because, does that really fat in your stomach? Does that really fat in your stomach?
I feel pain. I know that much. I know I feel pain.
I've only used it like once or twice here. In Owens Mills, all the ones that work the stomach, they're all in a circle. When you come in, they're right there.
Yeah.
So like that machine, they got a version of that machine, and that machine, the ones like this, they all in a circle. It's like, so you just go right here. 1, 2, you come over here. 3, you come around. 4, bring your way back. 5, 6. And like I've only seen one of them here. Where the ones where you put your arm on the pillow and you lift up. There's 2 different kinds. It's one that's a long bar like that, the curve in it, and then there's another one where it's real short. It's a real short bar, and you curl it up. They have 2 of them side by side. I haven't seen that here yet. That boy give me problems. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the way I'm sitting, the way I'm going across here, but having that being like this, it's really hard for me to do.
The curls, you're not supposed to go like, you're supposed to be like that instead of like that. You're not supposed to go all the way down like that. Get you out of the muscle.
But you supposed to hold it, so letting it go all the way down. You supposed to like 1, 2. You supposed to let it go all the way down.
Go all the way down.
Oh,
You're not supposed to be lock your arms. You're supposed to lock your arms, your elbows.
that's probably why I get in trouble. I take it all the way down and then bring it up.
Yeah, you're not
So you saying
supposed
if you like, you get it up and then you just keep going.
That's for any exercise. Squats, bench press. You know, you're not supposed to, when you come up, you're not supposed to like, it's supposed to be like that. And then come down. Lock it, that's more work.
All right, now I gotta find the machine in here. I know I've seen it. It's in here somewhere.
Squats, the same thing.
It's just different. But they don't. I haven't seen that machine you put your feet on. I really like that one. Let me let you get to your workout. I thought you let. All right. My shoulder way over yonder. You ain't gonna cheat. Don't cheat. Come on. Walk around the whole building. Do not cheat. So you trying to take that shortcut, young man? No shortcut. Anybody over here? No. Let's take the last one. Let's jog it. Come on. Can we do another lap? Come on. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do another lap? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Get ready to call 911. I'm trying. I can't go no further. I gotta stop. Whew, I tried.
With that being said, you will have full access
Come on. That's right. All right, y'all. Mr. Brother Derek, we out. That's a real walk and talk. We out. Thanks for watching, everybody. And thank you.
Woo!